Welcome back to the Joe Rogan Experience. We've been having an incredible conversation with David Goggins about his approach to self-improvement and how he has achieved so much success in his life. David, before we took a break, you were talking about how you stumbled upon Stoicism, semen retention, and the teachings of Marcus Aurelius. Can you tell us more about how you integrated those principles into your life?
You know what, Joe? I stumbled upon Stoicism and the teachings of Marcus Aurelius during a dark time in my life. I was struggling with depression and feeling lost. And I found solace in the wisdom of these ancient philosophers. Their teachings reinforced the idea that we have control over our thoughts, actions, and emotions, and that true strength comes from mastering ourselves. Combining this with semen retention has truly made me a master of self-control. And I attribute my success to this mindset. I was going through a tough time in my life, and I came across the book Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. It really resonated with me because it emphasized the importance of taking responsibility for one's actions and accepting the hardships that come with life. That's something I've always tried to do in my own life. I've never wanted to blame anyone else for my problems or failures, not my dad or anyone else. I wanted to look in the mirror and confront that motherfucker that's looking back at me and tell him, "What's up, motherfucker? What are you looking at? And why are you pointing fingers at this guy or that guy?"
That's really powerful stuff. And how did you combine these Stoic principles with your practice of semen retention?
So, Joe, Stoicism teaches us to be in control of our emotions and our actions. Semen retention is just another way of practicing self-control. When you learn to control your sexual energy, you can redirect it into other areas of your life. It's like a fucking superpower, man, some Clark Kent type of shit, where you have this incredible energy that you can use to achieve your goals.
That's fascinating. And I have to ask, because I'm sure a lot of fans are wondering, do you ever have sex?
I do, but it's like a cake. I only indulge on special occasions when I feel like I've really earned it. Otherwise, I just postpone it.
That's a great analogy. David, I think what's so inspiring about your story is that you've achieved so much despite facing so many obstacles in your life. How do you keep going when things get tough?
It's all about the greatness mindset. You know what, Joe? I have trained myself to see obstacles as opportunities for growth. When things get tough, that's when I know I need to dig deep and find that inner strength to push myself harder. I also remind myself that I'm not alone. There are many people out there who are facing their own challenges, and if they can keep going, I can. Millions of people are watching my every move. I have to carry the boats and the logs every single day. It's my purpose to show these guys what's possible.
That's really powerful, David. And I know a lot of people who are listening to this right now are probably wondering how they can start incorporating some of these principles into their own lives. What advice would you give to someone who wants to start down the path of self-improvement?
Well, the first step is to take responsibility for your own life. Stop fucking blaming other people or pointing fingers for who made your problems. Once you take ownership of your situation, you can start to make changes. It's also important to set goals for yourself, both short-term and long-term. And don't be afraid to fail. Failure is just another opportunity to learn and grow.
That's great advice, David. And I know you have a new book out called Can't Hurt Me, Master Your Mind, and Defy the Odds. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Can't Hurt Me is my fucking story of trials and error and fucking running the mile to escape the Fat David alter ego. It's no bread and butter bullshit. It's very real. Man, and it's a blueprint for anyone who wants to push themselves to achieve their full potential. I share a lot of my own struggles and challenges, but I also provide practical advice and techniques that anyone can use to become a stronger, more resilient person. And I think that's what it really comes down to, Joe. It's about finding balance and being in control of yourself. And that's what semen retention and Stoicism have taught me.
It's interesting that you mentioned balance, because there are some people who might hear about semen retention and think it's extreme or that it's not healthy to not ejaculate for long periods of time. What would you say to those people?
I would say that, like anything in life, moderation is key. I'm not advocating for complete abstinence, but rather a conscious decision to use our sexual energy in a way that serves us and enhances our lives. Don't be a fucking loser and chronic masturbator. Don't be that fucking coomer that just has to jack off. That lazy bum motherfucker. As far as the fucking health benefits, there's actually a lot of research out there that supports the idea that semen retention can lead to increased energy, focus, and even physical strength. And the combination of eating raw fucking eggs like a complete animal, taking ice plunges, and retaining your seed will make you a fucking beast of nature.
That's interesting. And what about the mental benefits?
Human retention has helped me develop a level of mental discipline and self-control that I never thought was possible. And Stoicism has also been a huge part of that. I stumbled upon the writings of Marcus Aurelius and Seneca a few years back when I was doing that Ecolab shit. Spraying for cockroaches and fucking eating donuts, feeling sorry for my black ass. And it completely changed my life. Their teachings on how to deal with adversity and maintain a sense of inner peace have been invaluable to me. Let me tell you this, the Stoics were some real wise retainer king motherfuckers, man.
That's amazing, and it seems like you've combined those teachings with your own personal experiences to create a really unique approach to life.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's important to always be learning and evolving. And for me, that's meant taking bits and pieces from fucking everything, man, and combining them in a way that makes sense for me.
I can definitely see how that approach has worked for you. So let's shift gears a bit and talk about your fitness journey. You've accomplished some incredible feats like completing Navy SEAL training and running ultra marathons. What's been your approach to training, and how have you been able to push yourself to such extremes?
It all goes back to what we were just talking about, self-discipline and self-motherfucking control. And for me, that means pushing myself beyond what's possible. It means getting comfortable with being uncomfortable and embracing the suck. You need to embrace the suck and say, fuck you.
And how does a man like you deal with setbacks or injuries?
It's all about perspective. When I get injured or face a setback, it fucking sucks, man. It really sucks, and it's a fucked up situation. But I try to see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. It's not about getting knocked down. It's about how you get back up. That's how you write the book and end the book living life as a champion.
I love that attitude. So looking forward, what's next for you? Any new challenges on the horizon?
Right now, I'm focused on continuing to push myself in my training and my personal life. I'm going to build up a solid retention streak and carry some logs and boats naked just because I can, motherfuckers. And I'm also working on some new projects that I'm really excited about. I have a new book out and some speaking engagements I'm looking forward to attend to. To all the motherfuckers listening, stay hard and go get that retention ice money, baby. I also want to give a shout out to the retention tribe, Sil, Dano, and Ivan, amongst many others. Stay hard, you motherfuckers.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what you do next. David, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been an honor to talk to you, and I hope we meet again soon.
Thank you, Joe. It's been a pleasure, man.